Traveling is something most of us really look forward to. However, our expectations don't always match reality. We discover rooms that only looked good in photoshopped pictures online, unappetizing breakfasts, and surprising extra charges. We asked a hotel staff member to share some of the secrets guests aren't supposed to know. Now, let's find out how to get the most out of a hotel experience for as little money as possible. Before you start filling your head with essential travel knowledge, take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Turn on post notifications to keep up with us. How to get the best deals on hotels. 1. Before booking a room in the hotel of your choice, compare prices on different booking sites. Special apps like Trivago will help you find the best deal. Booking systems often offer lower prices for accommodation than those published on a hotel's website. What's more, websites like Booking.com offer extra discounts to travelers who regularly book hotels with them. 2. Once you've found a good deal, you can call the hotel and tell them you're ready to pay a certain price for the room you found online. The booking manager will usually agree and give you a room at this price. Why? It's in the hotel's best interest to have guests book rooms directly with them and not through booking systems to avoid paying the 10 to 20% commission rate. 3. If you've been to a specific hotel before, let them know. They appreciate guests who make the hotel their favorite and greet them with champagne and the red carpet. Okay, maybe there won't be champagne and a red carpet, but they do love frequent guests and offer them discount cards and additional bonuses. 4. You may not know this next fact because it's not widely advertised. For those times when you only need a hotel room to get a few hours sleep, have a quick rest during the day or take a shower. You don't have to make a full day's reservation. In some cases, 12 hours is enough. You won't find such deals on booking sites, so ask the hotel directly for a half-day option. Important details. 1. If you want to access your room early or leave after the given checkout time, be sure to ask whether it's possible in advance. As much as the hotel staff is ready for everything, sometimes it's physically impossible to give you a room in a fully booked hotel 3 hours before check-in. Normally, that time is 11 a.m. or later. Up until this hour, there will be other guests in the room. When it's time for you to leave, your room is technically considered vacant after the checkout time. So if you need it earlier or want to stay longer, let the front desk know in advance. You might have to pay extra for that. Time is money, you know? 2. Another thing you shouldn't keep secret is the number of guests that will be staying in your room. You might think that an extra guest makes no difference, but believe us, they do. The hotel can provide an extra bed or cot for little guests without a problem. But you should let them know that you need it before you arrive. And if your plans suddenly change and you go from a solo to a duet, be prepared to pay for that extra guest. 3. Don't forget your ID. If you're traveling abroad, you'll most likely need your passport to check in. In countries requiring a visa to get in, they'll also look at the expiration date. It's a good idea to have your reservation confirmation printed out and at hand. If you're traveling within the US, it won't hurt to have a photo ID on you since different states have different legislation regarding this matter. Kids under 18 will also need a written authorization statement from their parents and photocopies of their IDs to check in successfully. Normally, a credit card and driver's license will suffice, but it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to camp outside the hotel because you had no ID, do you? 4. If that camp outside the hotel prospect sounds less than appealing to you and you can't rule out a situation where you forget your ID, listen up. Sometimes calling your family and asking them to photograph the necessary documents might help you out, especially if you've stayed at the hotel before. Loyal and slightly absent-minded customers are still appreciated. However, it's unlikely to work abroad, so be sure to pack all of your papers. Extra services. 1. If you're celebrating your birthday while staying at a hotel, or you're on your honeymoon, don't forget to let them know. They might decorate the room and present you with small gifts. They might even give you some nice services for free. How about a birthday spa treatment? We wouldn't say no to that. 2. Find out what kind of entertainment facilities the hotel has. We recommend using the services of the pool, sauna, gym, children's playroom, and so on in the morning. They're less likely to be crowded, and they'll be cheaper before lunchtime, unless they're free anyway. 3. Some hotel services are free of charge. You can ask them to be your personal alarm clock, order a taxi, or reserve a table in a restaurant. The receptionist can give you the necessary information about the city, recommend things to do and places to see, and tell you about excursions. 4. Hotels often provide free-of-charge items such as a heater, fan, kettle, iron, phone charger, sewing kit, umbrella, and so on. However, these things are more common for expensive hotels. If you're staying at a little inn for very little money, don't get too upset with them if they can't provide you with a blender or iron. Check with them in advance about what they do have for you. 5. If you need an extra blanket, pillow, or towel, do not hesitate to ask for it. All hotels have plenty of that stuff and will gladly help you get more comfy in your room if those are the items that you need. 6. Not all hotels allow pets, but it's possible in many places as long as you leave a cash deposit when checking in. You might know that Fluffy is the best behaved dog in the world, but they don't have that knowledge and will need a deposit in case he decides to ruin their beautiful interiors. Upon checkout, the maid will take a look at the room to see if anything has been scratched or chewed. If everything's okay, the deposit will be returned to the owner. Meals. 1. In many hotels, breakfast is included in the room price. If you prefer to bring your own, be sure to choose the fare without breakfast as it will be cheaper for you. 2. Before you choose to include meals at the hotel in your stay, read the reviews on the internet regarding just that. In large hotels, food usually meets certain standards, but that isn't always true for smaller, private B&Bs. You might be offered a small snack plate instead of the awesome buffet breakfast advertised online. Also, not all hotels have a children's or vegetarian menu, so if you absolutely need one of those, ask in advance. 3. If you've paid for breakfast, but 10 a.m. is too early to be getting out of bed, ask for a lunchbox. The same goes for those cases when you're rushing to the airport or a work meeting and simply don't have time for your morning eggs and bacon. Inform the hotel staff that you'll need breakfast to go. Room cleanliness standards. 1. Each hotel sets its own rules for room cleanliness, which must be strictly observed. However, there are also generally accepted sanitary and hygienic standards which most hotels try to follow. 2. Some guests are worried that the maids don't always change the linens after previous tenants. We can assure you that this is more of a scary myth than reality because it's simply unacceptable. However, if that happened, you should immediately inform the manager because this is a very serious violation. 3. It is generally accepted that for the duration of your stay, your room is cleaned every day. The maids try to clean rooms while the guests are out. If you are in the room, the maid will knock and ask if now is a good time to clean it. If you hang a Do Not Disturb sign on your door, no one will come in. Logical enough. 4. You'll have to pay extra for additional cleaning and laundry. 5. Guests get new bed linen and towels throughout their stay at least once every 3 to 5 days. This rule works at 2- and 3-star hotels. At 4- and 5-star hotels, you can request fresh linens and towels every day. Do you know and use any of these tricks? Maybe you have some of your own. Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a like and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.